Hi guys, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Lam.
And we are Seduced by Novellas. We picked the name because I run a Tumblr called Seduced by Books.
And I run the Tumblr called Queen Novella.
So, there you go. It was a pretty easy one.
So, obviously we've started a Booktube channel. And we were going to talk about our favourite genres. I literally read anything. I'm a bit shaky on historical fiction, non-fiction and sci-fi, but anything else, I'm good.
I read more towards, I lean more towards the kind of YA section, but I do have quite a wide range of different things on my shelves. But yeah, my favourite's probably YA. I just feel like I can interact with the characters a bit more, but anything after that's going to be fantasy related, so YA and fantasy. If you mix those two together, then I will probably read your book. Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh yeah, and fantasy's my thing. I love fantasy, man. Well, fantasy. Man. There's a comma in that. I'm gonna hide behind my T now.
But yeah, so we started a book channel because we wanted to get out there. We wanted to do some more book related stuff. We wanted to spend some time together doing book related stuff. Yeah. So what we thought we'd do, because it's the very first episode of our channel, we didn't want to like jump straight in and be like, look at all this stuff, because
I don't have my stuff here for starters.
This is my house.
So it'd probably be a bit boring.
But we're going to start by doing the Booktube Newbie Challenge, because what better way to introduce ourselves by answering a series of questions made by someone. Good times, good times. So, without further ado, after I've sipped my tea, because what British what British Booktube channel would be complete
without tea? Yeah, exactly. I know.
So the first question that we've got on the tag is, why start this channel? So I'll let you start.
Okay, so obviously, you know, the first one is talking about books. We both love books. I mean, I've been reading since I was a little sprog, so that's the easy one. We wanted to get more involved in the Booktube community. I mean, I watch a lot of Booktubers, and I felt that there was something lacking. I'm not saying I can fill that hole, but I just wanted more British booktubers, I think. And the fact that we wanted to do stuff together, really. I mean, we don't see each other that often, so it's kind of a way for us to communicate with each other, which is nice. And we do like books, and we tend to read, it's similar-ish books. I mean, there are some things that I don't like that you read, and there are probably some things that I read that Danielle doesn't like. So yeah. And for me, I'm doing all the talking here, god damn it. No. And for me, I want to review more books, and I've been pretty lax about it, writing-wise. So I thought if I could review books verbally, then it would be a lot better. I could actually get it out, and maybe it'll help me review in writing.
Awesome.
So yeah. And also, is there anything else?
No? I think you've pretty much covered everything.
Wait, one more thing. Whoa, sorry. Give me a sec. And also, I think we wanted to add more diversity to the Booktube community. I mean, this sounds really horrible. No offense, guys, but I see a lot of, you know, the same books being reviewed and on people's TBRs and currently reading, and I just want to see different genres. I want to see historical fiction. I want to see, you know, non-fiction and more fantasy, because I love fantasy and I just want to see more. I want people bringing out the obscure fantasy. You know, the big ass fantasy. Give me some big ass books any day, okay?
We like big books and we cannot lie.
Oh yeah. Me especially. Wheel of Time, people. Check it out, okay? Robert Jordan. It's intimidating, but seriously, just come on. Come to my side.
Come to my
side.
Yeah, we do like big books. That is another, I think, thing that both of us really, really like. You probably can't see very well, but on the shelf back over there is a massive copy of A Dance with Dragons.
I'm jealous.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually looked at it yet because I got it for £1. It was excellent.
It's both, you know, it's 2 editions. It's in one.
It's A Dance with Dragons 1 and 2 in one, so it's absolutely massive, and it probably at some point I'm going to get that bad boy down when I do a shelf tour, something like that. But yeah. So the second question on the tag is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? So
Over to you, baby.
we've already mentioned it briefly, but we would like to try and bring some genre diversity to it. So Leanne really does read a lot of different genres, like a lot. I do find myself getting stuck into the same ones sometimes continuously, but Leanne does read a lot, and I think it would be really nice to try and bring a little bit more and step out of the box a little bit, because both of us absolutely love the hype that Tumblr and Booktube and things like that can bring to a new book.
Yeah.
It's really good. It makes you want to read it. You get really excited by things. You know, you jump on the hype train and it's all great, but sometimes it's just nice to step out a little bit and go...
Find an obscure book
Yeah.
that nobody else has heard of, and then you can introduce it to other people.
Because then that makes it hype, and then that's kind of cool, really. So we
We're
want
so hipster. Book hipsters.
Too mainstream, bro. Too mainstream. But yeah, so we want to try and bring a little bit of genre diversity to our channel. We also actually run a challenge on Tumblr, so it's Queen Novellas and Seduced by Books Bookish Challenge. The challenge is all about trying to do different bookish things every day of the month. So for example, you'll see probably a lot of book photo challenges popping around. We wanted to do something different, something that, you know, meant you, if you weren't keen on photography, or maybe there was just even prompts that you wanted to do differently, we wanted to do that differently. So essentially our challenge is, we give you a prompt for every day of the month and you do what you want with it.
Yeah.
You can draw it, you can write it.
A lot of people, well, someone on Tumblr has started drawing the prompts, which is awesome. And you know, I always say this, people should knit. Come on, I would just want someone to knit a prompt. That would be amazing. But I also thought people could do it on Booktube. You know, because it's quite easy to talk about books, because we make the prompts as versatile as possible.
Yeah. Do a video of yourself doing a prompt.
Yeah, that's what we plan on doing, hopefully. We'll do our own challenge, because I'm awful about doing it on Tumblr.
Yeah, I make the graphic and then go, fly my pretties, and then that's about it, to be honest with you. So
you guys play with it.
You guys play with it. We'll
just
just
sit back here.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
It takes us a whole month just to write the bloody things, let alone do them. We've also got written down lists and tops, so it sounds a bit weird, but tops, top 10s, top 5s, just random stuff. Like, these are my top 5 books of the month. This is the top 5 books that I read whilst travelling. You know, just things that we can bring you that you're going to pick up and go, oh, do you know, actually that might be really good for this certain situation.
Yeah, and hopefully more bookish discussions. Like, I want to start a discussion, you know, we'll talk about a topic, me and you might talk about it, and then hopefully people in the comments will talk about it and, you know, add their 2 cents, which is something that
pretty
I think
important,
would be important, you know?
We like to get people talking and involved, and a lot of this time with our challenge that we do, we try and get people to comment
and
on
reblog
other people's reblog, add things, you know, because it's just nice to get people involved, I think.
Yeah, I like including people that don't feel included. Like, for me, I feel like I'm on the outskirts of Book Blur, and you do too. So I like to try and include everyone, and I think Booktube is the same. You want to include everyone and get everyone sort of chatting.
Cool. Next up, we have got, what are you most excited about? What are you most excited for about this new channel? Leanne?
To be honest, just having fun talking about books. Gaining more confidence, I think. I mean, this first video, I feel like I'm a little bit more confident, but I just want to be more confident, you know, talking to a camera and not pulling stupid faces.
Because it is difficult sitting here and staring into my phone.
Not gonna lie, it's a bit weird. And, you know, we've got people upstairs probably wondering what the heck we're doing. Well, I mean, they know what we're doing, but it's still a bit uncomfortable now. So I want it to get to a point where
good.
Yeah, so we can relax and just be like, oh, you just whip out a phone. Yeah, hi guys, you know, what's going on?
Yeah, and there are seagulls outside, and they're really annoying, and that kind of freaks me out a bit. So, yeah, don't live in England. Don't do it.
And we're just, you know, excited about spending, well, more time together. And I mean, obviously, I live quite far away, so we'll do separate videos. And
We might even be able to work over Skype on our
yeah,
videos if
yeah,
we're going
I'll
to do them
probably
at the
be
same
in the
time.
background, maybe.
We'll probably edit each other's bits and bobs and add things in, maybe even. But it's just something, we think it's going to be really fun to do something together like this.
Pardon me. Sorry, guys.
And yeah, no, I just think it would be really good to do. And I've always wanted to do something on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, ever since it came about and it was YouTube, there's this wondrous, amazing thing called YouTube, and it was like, well, I want to get in on that. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. And to have people actually watching videos and liking them would be pretty much A+ for me. I would really like that.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking about starting a gaming channel. We're both big gamers and, you know, we like games, but yeah, it didn't ever come about. And then Booktube, we found out about that and it was just like, yeah, we can do this. This is a lot easier than gaming. I mean, you know, if we start this, then maybe we can work up to gaming.
Exactly.
That would be
then
cool.
one day we can afford it.
So what would our gaming channel name be? Because mine's Magical Velcro.
Mine's Fanged Button. Maybe Michael Button.
Fanged Velcro.
Fanged
I like that
Velcro.
one. Yeah. Anyway.
Off topic. Number 4 is why do you love reading? So it's, I think for both of us, I can say this, it's been a constant in both of our lives ever since we were tiny. I was reading before I even started school. It was, my mum would give me books and it would be gone. I would go to my nan's and I'd read books. I would read anything. I used to read the back of the cereal packets in the mornings just for something to read. I'm not even joking. It was just obsessive. As I got older, it became more of an escape. There are all these amazing, magical, different worlds that you can escape to and live in. And the sad truth of it is real life is really quite crap sometimes. So when it is bad, the nicest thing in the world is just be, I can take my book and I can go and curl up somewhere with a nice cup of tea and my book and not have to worry about anything crap and talk to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think reading really makes you grow as a person. I think it makes you empathise with others more. I think it makes you care more about things, and I just think it's really, really important. So yeah. And the characters.
This is why I like series, because I like staying with characters for a very, very long time. I get so involved with them and the worlds, and I start to take on their mannerisms and their language, and it just makes me feel, I don't know, very happy that I'm going on this journey that I can't take in real life.
I know what you mean, and I've actually put off reading the 5th Heroes of Olympus book because I don't want it to end. I'm invested in these characters. I do not want it to end. So that's currently on my TBR, and all I'm reading is fan fiction. I've got a problem.
Fan fiction problem.
I've got a fan fiction problem. Yeah, moving swiftly on from that one. So number 5 is what book or book series got you into reading? We actually discovered that, well, when we tried to answer this question before starting the video, quite a lot of them are the same.
Yeah, the only thing different I think is Animorphs. I grew up with Animorphs, the TV show.
I watched it, didn't read it.
Yeah, I had a couple of the books and I just thought it was the most amazing thing ever. I mean, I don't remember the first books that got me into reading, but this is definitely one of them. There's also The Animals of Farthing Wood by Colin Dan. I watched the TV series of that as well.
I didn't.
Did you not?
No, I didn't even know there was
really
one.
Good. You know the art on the front of the book cover?
Was it just...
It's like that.
Oh my gosh. No, I read the book and had the book, and it was just like...
Did you read Animal Ark?
I did, yeah.
Animal Ark, like Bats in the Belfry.
Puppies in the Pantry.
Yep.
I think.
Horses in the Hay Barn. I don't know. But
they were brilliant.
I used to read a lot of them just because they were fun. They were fun and happy, and I love animals.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a vet when I was
younger. Yeah, me
So...
too. It was like this little girl in this book series was literally like, felt like the embodiment of myself, and I was like, oh my god, it's a book, it's animals, puppies, blah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, and then Redwall books by Brian Jack, they were my life. I mean, I think when I look back on my childhood, it was Redwall books and classics that I can remember. And I just loved Brian Jack's writing and the way just all the heroes were so cool. And I was like, I want to be a mouse. I want to be a mouse so I can, be in this world. And they had all the poems, and I remember I used to write the poems down and make up my own, and I used to make up my own characters for the stories.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I know.
My other things that I've got to add for my kind of first things were Beatrix Potter. I had the books, they were my nan's. Again, lots of my childhood reading, because it was after school or before school, like when my mum or my dad was at work, I would be at my nan's, at my grandma's. So Beatrix Potter books I would read. They were awesome. I absolutely loved them. Peter Rabbit was just like, oh gosh, everything. The first kind of real series of books I seem to remember reading were the C.S. Lewis books, the first ones. So The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Yeah, the Narnia books. So I remember The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe very clearly, reading that as a small child. Anything after that, then the next time after that, because my memory's a bit hazy, it was quite a while ago, it would have been Harry Potter after that. I got into that and I never got out of it, and I am a diehard Potterhead till the end of time.
Puff pride.
Puff pride, man. Puff pride. I wish I was wearing my Hufflepuff t-shirt now. I've got Hogwarts, but no Hufflepuff on. Yeah. Number 6 on our list of questions is, what questions would you ask your favourite booktuber?
Now, see, I have a favourite booktuber, but I don't have any questions to ask her, because I briefly talked to her about a book that we both liked, so, and I'm also really awkward, so, but that is Suddenly Lorna, and honestly, she is amazing. She reps really good books, and they're all different, and they're things that I've not heard of, or things that I have heard of, but didn't realise it was out already, so she's just really good and just really nice, and I will link her down below because people should check her out. I just love her. Yeah, there's probably more, and I'll link them down below, but I can't remember them now, and she's the first one that came to mind.
I've watched a couple of her videos too, and she seems like a real sweetie, so yeah, definitely watch her videos. I've got a couple of questions for Mary from Books and Cookies Book Talk. I already follow Books and Cookies on Tumblr, and everyone on BookBlur loves Mary.
Which is understandable. Mary's a lovely
She is a precious angel, and she is too good for this world. But yeah, no, if I had to ask her a couple of questions, I'd ask her how she's enjoying BookTube and how she's getting on with it. And any advice for anyone who's new to it.
Yeah.
She's obviously pretty successful in things that she's doing, which is really, really nice to see. She's a lovely person. So,
and she's also quite new. I think she's been doing it for just over a couple of months. So yeah, it's nice to see someone else from BookBlur coming onto BookTube. I mean, I know there are quite a few of us, but
newbies following on newbies. Cool. And then the last question is, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Mine particularly is seeing and hearing myself. Not got massive amounts of confidence or self-esteem, so like hearing myself and seeing my face on a video is really, really scary for me. It's very strange. It's cool in a way, it really is, but it's also like super duper scary.
Yeah, and for me it's an issue of confidence. I'm not a particularly confident person. Sometimes I am, but not always. So I want to be more confident, and I want to be able to, you know, just talk to a camera like it's nothing. And maybe, you know, then I can talk to people like it's nothing, because I tend to stutter and babble and, you know, forget what I'm saying.
I'll feel you there. We've also a couple of things that we wrote down before to give ourselves some prompts, and we've got laughing because last night we tried to do a test version of this, and and literally it was just 10 minutes of us cracking up every 10 seconds.
I think it was mostly me. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would start, and then I would start, and then
I looked at my face. All I had to do was look at my face, and I started laughing. Who does that? Who looks at their face and goes, yep, that's a funny face? Me, apparently.
Both of us, apparently.
True.
The other thing that might be difficult and challenging is the time. As we previously mentioned, we don't live together. We live about 70 or 80 miles apart. So...
And also for me, it's trying to get time after work, and also finding the right time for light. At the moment, I don't actually have a decent camera, so that's also going to be an issue. I'm going to invest in one because I'm getting one for next year for a holiday, but it's just trying to fit it in around
Yeah.
my life schedule. I mean, you know, I've got a full-time job and it's very up and down. You know, the hours are all crazy.
I'd agree with that one as well, because I work really weird hours. Like sometimes I'll work a short day, but I might work 3 until 8, or I might work 7 in the morning till 4, or 11 in the morning till 8 at night, you know, so there's no constant with it. So that's going to be a pretty big challenge, I think. I'm also a little bit nervous about the whole thing. It would kind of be a bit sucky if we started a channel and then nobody watched it. That would make me kind of be like,
I mean, we're not doing it for the views and the subscribers and everything, but we are at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it would be nice to actually interact with people. I mean, when we first started the Bookish Challenge, I was so freaked out. I thought, no one's going to join, no one's going to get involved.
No one's going to do this.
We've got quite a few people doing it.
We've got some constants. We get messages every month asking about the next one, and it's just nice.
And it makes me so happy. I mean, just to see our baby, like, grow, and, you know, people are sending in prompts, and just, it's everything that I hoped it would be. I mean, okay, it's not as big as some of the other book challenges.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Damn, we've just started. I mean, it's a couple of months in, so
we're pretty chuffed about how it's going.
Yeah.
So if we could get something to go well like that, then I'd be pretty darn happy. And it would give us a chance to meet some new people and talk about books, which is pretty much all we do anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the questions tag. Hopefully we gave you guys a good amount of information on there. We're not going to do too much more in this video because we don't want to ramble on too much, so it's just a bit of an introduction so you guys can get to know us a little bit and know what we want to do and the kind of things that we're interested in. Any comments, suggestions, questions, please let us know. Leave a comment below, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next time.